Hello everyone, Jeannie from Iboga Wellness Center here, and this is our first installment of Iboga Q&A. We went on our Facebook page, Iboga Wellness, and asked you guys to post any questions you have about Iboga or our center, Iboga Wellness. And, in the future, if you guys have any questions, we'll always keep that on our Facebook page, or you can also just put your questions in the comments below this video, and we'll try to put out a video maybe like twice a month, once a month, depending on how many questions. So just to give you a little bit of a background about our center, we're located in beautiful Costa Rica. Iboga Wellness Center is a shamanic healing center, but we also have medical supervision. We have a full-time doctor on staff. Basically, these questions were answered by all of us, not just me, so the whole Iboga Wellness team. So our providers have had years of training. They've been initiated into the Bwiti tradition in Africa, and they have been running programs themselves since September of 2012. So, they just have a lot of knowledge, and like I said, if you guys have any questions, just please feel free to ask. So we'll get started here. We have a couple of questions, really good questions, from some of our friends on our Facebook page. So first question is, by Canis Quarum. Canis asks, what are the physical risks with Iboga? Okay, with Iboga, the biggest issues are any major heart problems or any major liver problems. So with a proper pre-screening, those questions will be asked. Also, there is a risk with people that are being detoxed from opiates. If they decide to mix opiates after ingesting Iboga, it can be fatal. So it's really important to, have proper medical supervision and definitely follow all of the rules and suggestions of the center that you choose to go to. I'll also post a link in the description that you could click on. There's a list of certain conditions that would make somebody not a good candidate to take Iboga, such as pregnancy, if they have extremely high liver enzymes, and things like that. So feel free to click on that link there for more information. Next question is by Adam Gardner. Adam asks, how does your facility procure its Iboga? So our Iboga is obtained straight from the Bwiti in Africa. We know exactly who touches it. We know that it's gathered in a ceremonial fashion. We know exactly what we're getting. We don't support the destruction of any Iboga. Iboga does not have to be harmed in any way in order to collect from its roots. There's a proper way to do it. The trees need to be mature. And, it's important to know exactly what you're getting. So we use the Iboga root bark, and we also do our own extraction to form the Iboga TA, or total alkaloid. So if you guys want to know a little bit more about the TA, I will put a link in the description straight to a page that explains all about it. So thank you, Adam. Okay, the next question by Chexaha Katofoba. What do you need to look for when finding a good treatment facility? This is a really good question that I get asked a lot. The best thing to do is to go to a place that you resonate with. How to do that is definitely check out their websites, read all the information that you can, listen to all their testimonials. A great way to know for sure is by word of mouth of somebody that has actually been to that center. Another very important thing is to definitely call or email or both the place that you're interested in when you're doing your research, and ask some hard questions. There's all sorts of different facilities out there. There's some that are strictly medical with, they only use Ibogaine. Maybe they only treat people that are detoxing from drugs. And then there's the other end of the spectrum where it's more shamanic. But then you have the centers that are in the middle where maybe they, follow the shamanic tradition of Bwiti, and they also have medical supervision. So, ask, will you be guided through your journey, or will you, just be like in a hospital bed kind of going it alone, just maybe like checked on, by medical staff, and go where, you resonate with, like I said. Another thing is, when the questions that you ask, definitely, a good rule of thumb is how you're treated, when you're asking your questions, when you're doing your research, is a direct reflection of how you'll be treated during the retreat. So, just take that into account. Ask for pictures of the facility so you know where you're going to and if it's in a safe neighborhood. Definitely read some FAQs. Do some research on some other websites, see maybe where they recommend. And, like I said, just definitely connect with the place, call. I even have people that I talk to that, they felt more comfortable speaking with a provider as well, just so they know exactly where they're going, who's going to be guiding them, what kind of supervision they're going to get during and the day after, how many times you're taking Iboga, what's included, all the activities, how many people do they treat at a time. Groups should be kept pretty small so everybody gets proper attention. So all those are good questions to ask. Okay, next question comes from Matthew Dominic Muzica. Why is it so expensive? Well, there's a wide range of prices from all the facilities out there. I can't speak for other facilities. I can only speak for Iboga Wellness Center. So I do know that we keep our prices very fair. We have a large staff, 4 providers, a director of guest services. We have a full-time medical doctor. We also have local Costa Ricans that help us out, a cook. We have housekeeping. And then there's also, expenses to take into consideration of the condition of the place where you go, where it's at. Those places have to keep a center up and running, so they have to charge a certain amount in order to make that happen. I will put a link in the description with all of our pricing details. We do give group discounts. We do, like I said, keep our prices very fair. Some of the expenses that come along with running a center are, taxes, like I said, about the staff, also, rent, fuel costs, activity costs, food costs. Those are all things that, a center has to think about in order to stay open. So, check around, ask all the places, see if there's any specials that they're running. And, like I said before, go with a place that you definitely resonate with. All right, thank you, Matt. And the last, actually, there's another part to his question. How long would you need to be off of methadone in order to take Iboga? Now, every single center has a different protocol, so I can only speak for our center when saying that it's best to be on shorter-acting opiates if you're going to detox using Iboga. Methadone and Suboxone are very long-acting opiates. The detox process is more drawn out. There's more post-acute withdrawals that we have to keep an eye on, and we want people to definitely go home feeling good. We don't want them to come, do it fast, go home feeling bad, because the rates of relapse just go sky high. So that is why we have 3 different programs for our addiction detox program. We have a psycho-spiritual program, which is 8 days, and that's for people not on any drugs or medications. And then we have 3 different addiction detox programs. We have a 9-day for people on shorter acting opiates, or people detoxing from other drugs such as amphetamines, alcohol, nicotine, but there's also a different protocol with that. And I will put a link in the description below for more information. We have an 18-day and a 30-day. program. If you've been on methadone for a few years or more, we recommend the 30-day program. Like I said, just to make sure you go home feeling okay. If you're going to switch to a shorter acting opiate, we recommend at least 4 weeks if possible. So for more information about that, please feel free to give me a call. You can also ask questions on our Facebook. You can also email info@ibogawellness.com or fill out a contact form on our website. Okay, and this next question is by Chris Farrell. There's 3 questions here he has. Would you lump Iboga in the same category as psilocybin and MDMA as far as therapeutic use goes? That's a tough question. I guess they can all be in the same category as plant medicines. Even MDMA is from a plant. I don't claim to be an expert about MDMA or psilocybin, but I can say that Iboga is very unique. The alkaloids in Iboga you can't get anywhere else, only in Iboga. And we don't, Iboga is not a drug. It is a visionary plant medicine, and it's used for many therapeutic things, and, it's basically used for healing the mind, body, and soul. All right, where does Iboga grow? Well, Iboga is native to West Central Africa, around like the Gabon, Cameroon, Congo area. The reason why is because of the soil there, and also, they have a very unique wet and dry season. They actually have 2 wet seasons. One is very short, and one is longer, and that's where Iboga is native to. On myboga.com, which I'll put a link in the description, they have a really good map there if you want to check it out. So the third part to that question is, how does where Iboga grows how does it relate to the culture? Well, it has shaped the culture very much so. It has given birth to the Bwiti tradition, which has been around for hundreds, if not thousands of years. The Bwiti in Africa use Iboga as their chief teacher plant, basically, the spirit of Iboga. And, it has definitely made a huge impact, and now it's starting to spread through the world as Iboga gets more popular. The Bwiti tradition really focuses on the art of living life. When the Bwiti have a question, they take Iboga to get the answer. So thanks, Chris, for that question. And those are the end of our questions for this segment. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to put your questions down in the comment section, or please go on our Facebook page. So thanks for listening. Take care, guys.